Hey everyone, it's Rick Carson. We're at the beautiful Make Believe Studios. And today I want to tell you about something that we just came across that we're very excited about. This right here may seem like any standard 60s blackface bandmaster, but what we have is not that at all. So recently we went on this crazy journey where we went and found a bunch of gear in the middle of Iowa with this awesome guy named Rule, who was just a character and had a whole pile of stuff. And one of the things that we pulled out was some really, really dirty Fender amplifiers. And one of them seemed to be modified. It had a couple switches sticking out of the bottom. And as we got it back here and we cleaned it up, it shined up very, very nice, by the way. We started noticing some other stuff, some push-pull knobs and stuff like that. And on the back, there's some scribbly handwriting. And after Googling bushwhacker and blush maker and all these things, we found that this is a blues maker bandmaster. And this amplifier was modified in 1994 by John McIntyre from a company called Musitech. And in 1993, he had an article come out in Guitar Player magazine that talked about finding old 60s and 70s, black and silver face bandmasters and bassmen and modifying them into a much higher gain amplifier. And that's what we have going on here. So this amplifier is no longer set up the way that these standard controls are. So from starting from left to right, you have two inputs, and these two inputs are for the heavier gain side, with one being the most gain and two being about 6 dB quieter. So it has less gain coming from the input section. Then you go into the volume, which is, continues to be the volume pot. You have the deep switch, which takes over this bright switch. This treble pot becomes a blend control. When it's over on 1, it's more of a Fender-like quality. And when it's over on 10, it's more of a Marshall-like quality. And this amplifier has some pretty cool EL34s going on that just make it sound very, very Marshall-esque. The bass knob is now a mid-range control with a push-pull pot. And then from there, you have the presence pot on the volume, and you have two different presence contours. You have treble and bass. They retain their original controls. And then speed on this knob does nothing. And then intensity is now reconfigured to be a master volume control on this amplifier. If you go into the vibrato channels 1 or 2, you have what's known as his very low gain circuit. Channel 1 is very, very quiet, very, very dark, very diffused, perfect for jazz tones. If you go into vibrato 2, it's brighter and it's more of like what I would consider a JCM 800 being utilized like a clean amplifier, one that is just on the verge of breakup, nothing like what's going on over here. From there, there's a couple other modifications on the back of the amplifier. There is a switch underneath that will allow you to use pentoid or triode mode for the power tubes. And if you're in pentoid, it's a lot louder and it's pushing real hard. And if you're in triode mode, it seems to be a little bit squishier and about, 1/3 quieter. And then next to that is the ability to send the output of the power tube section through a huge 10-watt 22K resistor that acts as a power soak internally of the amp, so you can actually crank the master volume a little bit harder. If you have that running, I will say the whole thing gets really, really hot. It generates a lot of heat in general, but in that mode, you can definitely feel this thing cooking. It's a very, very cool amp, and we're excited to show it to you guys. Let us know if you've ever found a modded amp in the middle of nowhere, and if so, what was it and what was going on? Thank you so much, and have a great day.